What's up, everybody? It's your favorite saving grace's favorite nerd. The reason why I say that is because after Skydive, I was pretty sure I was going to hate all these, and I don't hate this guy. Let's take off his accessories and get right down to it. So, same kind of thing we've seen before, right? Nothing new under the sun there. Same business as usual. Another kind of same thing we've seen before. Single cast, plenty of sculpt detail, but not a lick of paint. Let's get to this guy. Head, we got silver paint on there, we got blue paint for the eyes, silver paint for the, and like good range of motion on this ball joint. You know, a lot of, not a lot down, but you know, side to side and tons up. We got silver paint here, we got blue paint on this top of this red, got the Autobot symbol painted on, very nice. These hinged shoulders come up, they're ratcheted. Well, at least, no, they're not. They just click into place there. He does have this big gap. We will talk about that right now. But it is big, it is cumbersome, it is stupid, but if for some reason it doesn't bother me as much as the other one. I don't know why. Actually, no, it does bother me as much. The more I look at it, the more it's bothering me. So yeah, that sucks. And then this here, we have this hinge. You can go up and you can go down. Down's mainly for transformation. So on a ball joint here, bicep swivel right above the elbow. Elbow's ratcheted hinge, getting you 90 degrees. Nothing for the wrist. We do have you know, this little sculpted little laser on there. Not a lick of paint whatsoever on the arms, which is not great, but waist swivel, ball jointed hips, hinged knees, getting you 90 degrees. And then we got black paint in there. And we have plenty of paint on these, on the fins here, and then on these back wings here. Kibble plugs in nicely, which has become status quo for this set, I must say. And you know, it's just that his proportions are better. You know, he doesn't, like, it doesn't drive me nuts like Skydive did. Just to bring him in, like Skydive's proportions drive me nuts. This doesn't, like, yeah, this is a little stylized up into the shoulders there, but it doesn't bother me as much as Skydive. So that's a good thing. The only bad thing about it is that it makes me feel terrible about myself.
I made you some chicken tenders.
I better not. But anyway, the only other thing that kind of bothers me about this set is, okay, so his feet are proper when his legs are about there, but when you get him to like a wider stance because there's no foot articulation, you lose it. And even when he's standing straight up, it's not quite right either. And that is kind of dumb. But outside of that, pretty good. Let's get him transformed, turn the head around, unplug this bit of business, bring it up, covers up the head. We got the same foot transformation down here that, you know, I'm not super crazy about, but it's not as fiddly on this guy as it was on Skydive, which is good. There we go. And close that up. Bring down these arms here and they tab back in just like Skydive. And bring the wings down And there he is. And this still bothers me. I still hate that. I still hate that a lot. It's not as bad as Skydive, I feel like, because you do hide some of it, but I think it's dumb. I don't think it works. I'm sorry. Weapons do store, so you can just put a big hand hanging off of them there, and we'll put the other gun there, and that's just another one of those things that just wasn't thought out. Should have gotten 2 guns, one for each of you. Foot mode's kind of same, except you bring this tail fin down there, open up the back. You got to open up these legs a little bit so that he can turn his head around. And this comes back down. Get his foot, plug it in, wings back, foot. I guess you can fold these back. I don't even know if I would do that, though. I might leave them out. I think that might actually add a little bit more bulk to the fella, but I think you're supposed to have it back. And of course you can have it both ways like we've seen. And to get it into arm mode, take that off, unplug this, bring this down. I think you want to have these as straight as you can. And then this, you fold up. This is bizarre. I was going to say stupid, but I'm trying to be nice. Fold that up, and then he just holds. He kind of holds. Doesn't really. These pegs back here. Which I don't know. I mean, I guess. And then bring this up. I guess flip the head for the sake of aesthetics. Bring that back down. He does have the landing gear here, in case you were curious, and it's a substantial unit. Yeah, and we'll go ahead and do it. So yeah, and there's the arm. I think it's going to be too long. I think they're going to be too long, these arms, but there it is. Size comparison wise, there he is with drag strip, Skydive, and we'll throw RC in for good measure. Final thoughts. I think robot mode works. I think it, given the price point, it could use some more paint, especially on the arms. It wouldn't hurt to do something about that combiner port in the chest. I'm hoping as this line evolves, they do something to fix that. There's some nice sculpted detail and stuff down there. It'd just been nice to throw some paint on it. And I'm starting to realize that it would be really nice if they had some ankle tilts or rockers or something to get you a little bit more dynamic pose, because it is hard to pull off a pose with these fellas. The big, suffering point for me, once again, is the Jet and their inability to do anything that requires any sort of clever engineering to do something with those arms. TFC isn't known for their clever engineering, but even they were able to do something to cover up those arms at its side. And that is unfortunate. The only other thing I would have liked would have been a cartoon accurate head sculpt instead of this thing. I just really want some cartoon accurate G1 aerial bots, and TFC couldn't deliver that. It doesn't look like this guy's going to deliver it, so it's just unfortunate. But I think the proportions work pretty good on this thing. I think the color breakup is fairly decent. I think that the cohesiveness of color is used well. The only one I've really seen do poorly so far is drag strip in that regard. Leg mode seems to work fine. Unfortunately, arm mode seems to be too long. But I think that the winner of this deal is definitely the bot mode. So I think if you were going to have a deluxe class aerial bots displayed on a shelf somewhere and you wanted to go this route, I don't think it's a bad choice. If you wanted to really dive outside of that realm, I think you'd probably be doing yourself a disservice. But I think within that realm, $15 little Fireflight in robot mode will do you good. Anything else is probably going to end up selling you short. But other than that, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.